Welcome to News Report Daily. I am your host, Dylan. Okay, let's start off. The Democrats in America and Washington are cocky. That's the subject of tonight's video. Alright, so let's get started. Democrats in America are spending too much money, and as Neil Cavuto calls it, they are cash cocky. Okay, and I agree with this completely. Democrats in Washington are cash cocky. They are spending too much money, and then they feel like they have the money to spend, which they don't. President Obama didn't address the debt at all during the State of Union speech, which is fine. It wasn't expected for him to address it anyway. He doesn't care. Nancy Pelosi comes out and says it's a false argument to say we even have a spending problem. Doesn't that worry you? The majority of the Americans say we have a spending problem. So why do we re-elect Obama? So obviously the Democrats in Washington are seeing something we don't, or smoking something we aren't. So why wasn't Romney reelected if we have a problem, or elected if we have a problem with spending? They think that all because of their tax revenues, they're going to be able to make enough money, they can just spend all that money. But let me tell you something, guys. Bills are always there. You need to pay off your bills with the money. It's like the person who wins the lottery, goes on a huge spending spree, and then wakes up one morning and says, where'd all the money go? Well, you spent it. You need to save the money you get from the revenues coming in. I don't have a problem with revenues coming in. When Obama suggested his tax hikes, you know what, that's fine. The rich already pay their fair share, but when you tax them, you end up hurting the lower class. When you tax the rich higher, because the majority of the people in the top 2% are small business owners, and when you tax them higher, let me give you a little economics here. When you tax them higher, they're going to be less likely to hire workers because taxes are higher for their workers, and so they won't want to hire as much. The only way to make the lower class more rich, or the lower class more wealthy, is to lower taxes on the upper class, and lower taxes across the board, and make them more wanting to hire. We need spending cuts in America. We are $16.4 trillion in debt. I don't know if the Democrats have looked at that number lately, but that's our debt right now. We need to do something about that. We need to fix our debt problem. There's always a problem when you have debt. What you do is you have to take the big spectrum of government in the United States. You have to narrow it down into something like a family. If a family's low on money, the father says, we're going to stop going out to dinner 3 times a week. We'll only go once a week. We're going to cut your allowance by 25% so we can save money. He doesn't say, oh, we're low on money. Let's spend a bunch more money, keep spending, and go into debt. Think about that. Thanks for watching.